Do you know what COVID is?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
It's where people are sick. Why do I have to be the one who's interviewing?
Because they want to know what kids think about it.
COVID is a virus that has spread through all out the world.
A multivariant sickness that could potentially have other effects on the human body.
What's the best thing that happened about having to stay home so much?
I learned how to cook on the stove.
Okay, did you have to quarantine during COVID?
What does quarantine mean?
It means you have to stay home for a long time.
Yes.
You remember why?
Well, I had COVID.
Did anybody else you know have COVID?
My mom.
Can you tell me about it?
Do you know anybody that got COVID this last year?
My mom.
I think it was 2 people. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I want to say it was 2 people, and they was like, it was just the most terrible thing. It was just like, no.
My granddad and a few kids at school.
I could go everywhere, but I couldn't go to my Gigi's because she was sick.
My mom actually contracted it because she works in healthcare and, it's got a risk. And so we were all quarantined. She was quarantined by herself. She got better and none of the rest of my immediate family got it.
My applause go out to all the doctors and nurses and stuff because they, thank God that they're here, because if it wasn't for them, it was kind of like, what are we going to do?
There were still times where it was just so anxious, like to get answers, like, do we have it? Do we not have it? I don't know what's going on. I was worried, but if my dad had contracted COVID, there was a very high chance that he would have gone.
My grandmother caught COVID and passed away.
The worst part that I hated the most is when they had to stick this big long stick in my nose. Well, that's how they see if you have coronavirus. They stick this thing in your nose.
Why didn't you like that?
Well, it felt uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Non-maskers, there are people who are against the mask movement.
The no-maskers are people that don't believe in wearing masks and don't believe that masks actually help.
When you have a mask on, you can't see other people's smiles.
I will probably wear it forever when I go out in public.
It's scary because it's like, you don't know if you want to get it or not.
Did you have to miss school during this quarantine?
Well, I did online school for a while, and then I wasn't good at it and was failing all my classes, so I went to in-person school.
I didn't really like it. I like being in person.
It was all on a computer and it was just crazy.
Like seeing people like do Zoom and stuff just wasn't working out. Like I gotta see you in person,
I never went to school in my pajamas unless it was pajama day.
I'm a visual learner, so I usually need it to be in front of me for me to understand. So it was very confusing.
Did you have to stay home a lot during COVID times during the pandemic? Yeah.
Yes.
What was that like?
I liked it a lot. So because we hugged a lot and we made a lot of crafts and someone delivered us stockings and toys and all of that.
A hug has different definitions depending on the situation.
A lot of people, they might be going through something, you don't know it, and then you just give them a hug, it will help them.
It could express love, it can express friendship, it can be a consoler for sadness.
And I know me and my friends, we were just joking, talking about when we have children, and they get to history class and they tell them about the pandemic, and we'll be like, you don't say that word. The pandemic don't exist. And I think it's just everybody's going through it at the same time, and it's just like everybody brought each other joy, no matter who you are, what you are, no matter what you look like. Everybody's going through the same thing at the same exact time, and it's kind of like everybody understood that, but everybody going through it. It wasn't just me or your neighbor. It was everybody.